Hello, and welcome to a couple of nuts talking.
Baby is a bossy pants.
Okay, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make
Baby
any
is
sense.
a bossy pants. He said that when we started this, I couldn't say anything until he started.
Because you start every one, so I wanted to start this one.
Bethany and Sean. We are a couple of nuts talking.
Why do you do that?
You gotta let me be me.
See, sometimes he edits out my jokes because he wants to be the
That's
funniest.
the dumbest thing.
People edit podcasts after. You don't have to
Honey,
edit during.
our podcast is a straight shot. I stop it.
What I mean by
so we
edit
can-
is stop it.
I stop it so we can. I just started doing that.
Yeah, and it's ruining my flow.
Okay.
I can't get my tags and my jokes in because he's at the helm and he presses a space bar
Well, I'm glad
so
that
we
you're
can insert
admitting
our
I'm
song.
at the helm. I'm glad you're finally admitting that.
No, just today, you dumbass. Oh my God, he keeps looking at his teeth.
Okay, look, I just got back from the dentist.
The dentist.
What a mess my mouth is.
Wow. Well, it's been 7-8 years. It makes sense.
Oh my God.
He hasn't been to the dentist for 8 years. It was actually one of my stipulations. I told him he had to get his
What? For
You-
what? Stipulations for what? We've been
To be
together
with
now
me.
for 6 years, baby.
to be with me.
We've been together for 6 years now. And I haven't gone to the dentist once since we've been
Well,
together.
but I didn't start telling you that till like a year ago. It took you a year to muster it up.
It's time to care about myself.
Yes.
Like I do already.
That's
like,
why.
I love myself a lot. And it's like, why not just go? But I'm pretty sure everybody can relate. At least majority of
Absolute-
people
I can,
like.
honey, I relate.
Dentist is brutal.
It's terrifying to me. I've never had a cavity, and I'm still terrified to go
I have.
because I have sensitive teeth.
I have a lot of cavities.
You do have a lot of cavities.
I mean,
But let's
She didn't
explain-
even tell me the number. She just said a lot.
Well, that's probably because she's going to charge your insurance as many as she wants. But what's interesting is I've never had a cavity. I don't even know anything about having any procedures done. But because my father's teeth were so bad,
yeah.
watching what he went through, and I mean, now he never goes because he hates it just like you do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably been 20 years. And you see his teeth like, oh my God.
Just bad.
So
He's probably come to terms. He's like, I'm just going to die with these teeth.
Yeah. It's bad.
Not knowing that those will probably be the teeth that are going to kill him.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my thing was, it's more about self-care and more about like, as much as I hate going or hate doing that, same with a doctor, like some people are okay with the dentist and not okay with the doctor.
Right.
You know, some people are okay with the doctor or both. I don't like doing either because it's out of our control, right? You go there and look what I did too. I said out of our control.
Yeah.
Like I made it general, like it's not me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my control issue.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Zero in, honey.
But I heard it. I heard when I said it.
yeah, it's good.
Because I always yell at people on reality shows when they're in their diary, and you're like, "Bitch, don't say it's like me.
Right.
This is you."
You.
Yeah. It's like you open your mouth and they can tell you whatever they want,
Yeah.
and they can do whatever they want, and you're just like, "Holy crap!" And then this is gonna cost me a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know. I used to love going to the dentist when I was a kid.
I'll admit I was excited, to go to the dentist, which is weird for me, especially.
I think it was the self-love stuff.
It's just that time, I have a lot of issues in there from many years of lack of self-care, drug abuse, drinking abuse. When I used to drink, I used to throw up all the time. When I used to take pills, I used to throw up all the time. So that damaged my teeth. Horrible. I used to eat like when I was over.
Yeah, this is what I was going to talk
when
about.
I was over 200 pounds, I used to like bake cookies.
You told me.
And I would put them in a Ziploc bag and I would just have them on my bedside and I would just be eating these cookies. I would wake up in the middle of the night, just
Unbelievable.
Open up that Ziploc. And
I mean, in our first couple of years of dating, he'd get up in the middle of the night, go to the refrigerator and drink some sugar drink.
I'd drink Gatorade. Or something like that. Well, that's because I was dehydrated.
It doesn't, then you drink water.
I mean,
because
yeah,
all you're doing is coming back to sleep with your mouth.
Sugar
just
sitting
sugar
on it,
sitting
eating
on
it.
your teeth and oxygen because your mouth's open.
Yeah.
So it's just creating havoc. It's funny too because I take Chewies to help me go to sleep, CBD Chewies, and which I don't know why I just don't get a tincture. It'd be much easier. But I take these Chewies and they're by my bedside because I struggle with sleep. And Sean's always like, just eat one and go to sleep. And it's like, he doesn't understand that if I end up eating a Chewy,
Yeah, but one time
I have
is
to
not
get.
going to be.
But this is what you say every time. You say that every time to
Then
me.
get up and go brush your teeth.
Well, that's the struggle. It's like I'm already
Right.
comfortable and tired enough
and
to
the
stay laying.
bathroom's 10 feet away from
And then I have
us.
to turn the light on. I have to brush my teeth, and then it's like, oh God, I have to start all over again.
Right.
Because I'm meticulous about my teeth in my fear of going to the dentist and having to get a shot in my gums, have those things that my dad would just like, he sounded so tortured. And it's like, I think that's where all my preventative dental, I floss, I brush.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And it's my fear of what I've seen of pain.
Yeah, the dentist sucks. Like I was saying earlier before we came in here, why can't we lose our teeth when we're like 30? Like, why do we lose our...
No, 40, because then it's half like...
Yeah, no, 40's kind of pushing it. I was like, oh,
Ew.
did you hear that? Oh, fuck yeah, 40.
Hey, that's loud. That's loud.
Oh, man.
Disgusting.
Why can't we lose our fucking teeth?
You might be able to taste your farts now that you cleaned your teeth.
I just love it. I'm not going to lie. I
He
love it.
couldn't feel the back of his teeth.
No, I could feel the back of my teeth. There was just all this fucking plaque
No,
buildup
you mean
back there.
you couldn't feel
I couldn't feel in between each teeth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were all like filled in.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. And I was because I would look at it a lot. And it was all stained from when I would smoke, so it kind of had this yellow tint to it. From
Yeah,
all
but
my
maybe
coffee
that's
drinking.
good. Luckily, you had otherwise your teeth would be yellow. Instead, the plaque got yellow.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's really bad for you. But they're going to have to take out one of my front teeth, which is a bummer. But I'll get an implant put in there. But I'm not going to have a tooth. So we'll post a picture of that up for y'all to see me without a tooth. You okay with that, babe?
Why would I not be okay? You can do whatever you want.
You know, honestly, honey, the longest why I didn't treat this front tooth is because I didn't want to be missing a tooth.
I know. That's
And
what you talked about all the time.
And years ago, I even talked about it when I was in treatment and therapy. I told my therapist that I didn't want to get my tooth taken out because I thought that you wouldn't love me anymore.
Oh, why would you say
I
that?
don't know. That's just, my insecurity and stuff like that.
One tooth? I mean, maybe if all of them.
Honey,
Let's be
it's a
honest.
front-
I'm just kidding.
Look it. I want you to look at my bottom teeth.
No, I
They're
know.
kind of go sideways. This
Yeah.
is the only one that's forward. So that's going to be like the biggest gap ever.
Yeah, but it's also
I'm actually not too worried about
it's
it
a
now.
bottom tooth. If it was your front like upper, I'd be worried for you because
Yeah.
that's like, you see somebody and you just automatically think if you don't have knowledge about teeth and hygiene or what that person's gone through, or maybe they fell on the ground, right? We don't go there. We
Yeah.
go to like they're either a drug addict, they don't care,
Right.
like all these things.
There's a stigma with it where it's like
Right.
you make fun of people that don't have teeth,
Right.
and it's messed up.
I had a
And-
joke about my aunt. My aunt doesn't have teeth, I think, and they're all messed up. And I had jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my God, I have to make sure. I can't even remember the jokes. Like in my first year of comedy.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Most people have fucking teeth issues.
Yeah.
Majority of people. I mean,
They put sugar in everything.
A lot of people get straight up all fake teeth.
Right.
Because their teeth are weird looking.
Most
And
celebrities, I feel like, do that.
yeah, they all have fucking fake teeth. So it's like, not that I give a shit what they do, but that was why it took me so long to take it. And if I would have taken care of it back then,
It
they
wouldn't
wouldn't
even
have to
have-
take it
yeah.
out right now.
Yep.
But it is what it is, and I've come to peace with it. I'm not freaking out about it. And, kind of cool. We're all wearing masks at work and stuff right now.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that helped me with it, is because it's not like anybody's really going to be able to. And it is a bottom tooth, and I'm going to get an implant put in at some point, so it's not like...
I think now you're ready because you can afford to get
Yeah, I can
your
affo-
tooth fixed.
I can
Where
afford
before...
it. Yeah, and I'm reaching a point, adulthood at 39, so...
Yeah, I think that's what's interesting is like your mentality shift of, okay, well now I can not only fix myself, but then after the process is done, I can look like I want to look. Because if you had
Yeah.
that fear that I wouldn't love you because of one tooth.
Well,
like,
yeah, it was the the impending doom, like this, it's unfixable, which is totally fixable.
Yeah.
But it
was... Well, it was weird, too, because you didn't get a guaranteed answer. It was all this stuff in your head.
Yeah. It
like
was
you were
all
at
in
that
my
time,
head.
because that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 years ago, that tooth was a completely different tooth. And like you said, if you had gone, it wasn't even a big deal. But in your head, you made it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get all my teeth pulled. She's not going to
That's what
love
it
me.
was.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go in because of all my drug use and stuff. They're going to say, we got to pull them all out.
Yeah.
Every last, because I've seen like intervention. Oh, that was why. Because when I went and got this root canal about a decade ago, the upper one here, I got an upper root canal, back tooth. The guy told me, he's like, yeah, we just had a young girl come in here, and I don't know why he opened up to me, but that's one of the that's people open up to me. It's a thing. And the dentist was like, yeah, we had to remove all her teeth. You know, it was really sad. Young, pretty girl, but she was an addict and just damaged her teeth, and we had to remove every single tooth.
Wow.
And she has dentures now. I mean, he told me that, and after he told me that, I thought that was going to be me.
Right.
Not that I blame him. It's not his fault that my mind went there, but he didn't know who he was talking to.
Right. A drug addict.
Drug addict.
Yeah.
And then so the last time I went to the dentist was probably 7 years ago, because I had to get more. I had my wisdom teeth in up until then, and I didn't even need them removed.
Do you know that I don't have wisdom teeth?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's some sort of like, I can't remember the word for it, but it somehow means something
Crazy.
like evolved.
Like you're,
yeah. I'm the beginning of the evolution of not having wisdom. I know. And if you look on like the x-ray, there's like slight marks where they should be, but they're not there. And like I can feel like a little, like my gum kind of goes there, but then there's nothing really there.
Mine started to break through like in my early 30s, and the doctor was like, we don't need to remove them, like they're not doing anything. But I wanted the painkillers.
Oh my God.
So I was like, let's get him out, doc. He's like, well, we can do it in 1 session or 2. And I was like, let's do 2, doc, because I could get prescription each time.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I did. And so I didn't need my wisdom teeth out, but I suggested that we take them out to the doctor.
And then he did it for money.
He did it because I had good insurance at the time. And of course, why wouldn't he do it? But
what a great doctor to tell you didn't need it if you didn't need it.
Yeah. And then he gave me my painkillers, and I ate the whole bottle in like 2 days. And I called him up, and I was like, doc, someone broke into my car, man. I left my painkillers like in the cup holder. And he wrote me another script.
Wow.
I went and got it, and I ate it. And then a couple weeks later, got the other wisdom teeth pulled out. Same thing again.
Isn't that funny? Like, what I think to myself is...
What a scumbag.
Yeah. What I think to myself is, first of all, the pain. The pain of getting your wisdom teeth. Again, I see my brother go through it.
There wasn't even any pain getting my wisdom teeth.
That's because you ate a bottle of fucking...
I mean, even...
painkillers.
Yeah, I guess there was quite a headache. When I needed the root canals because the nerve was open, a tooth had like...
Is it from getting your wisdom teeth taken out?
No.
Oh.
No, that was just, again, not taking care of it. And like a big chunk of the tooth just fell out one night from decay and exposed the nerve.
Oof.
And it was
God.
like, whenever I would breathe in, the pain was, I can't even describe it. It. Like it felt like a vice on my head with swords stabbing into my temples. Like, my whole body, I would cold sweats.
I just think back to like before dentistry, like, you know, early 1900s and beyond that.
Yeah.
Like people just were in pain.
Yeah.
If they're, because I mean,
think
they had no
killed
hygiene.
A lot of people back
it definitely
then,
did. Yeah.
Teeth.
Or they killed themselves in the pain.
Yeah.
But like.
And then they discovered cocaine.
Right. But I can't imagine the like alcohol, what that does to your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was drinking back then, and then you're drinking more because it helps dull the pain, and it's just like one thing after another. I mean,
you also got to think that stuff was more pure back then. Food and alcohol. It didn't have all this bullshit they have in it. I'm sitting there in the dentist chair, and there's a big sign right there, like Prop 65, stuff that they use for fillings and the cement they use for caps and stuff like that causes cancer, among other things. But the FDA approved it and said, go for it. So it's FDA approved, even though it causes cancer and other like harm to babies and stuff like that. It's just like pesticides that the FDA approves and stuff.
Right. Those are killing our farmers, killing us, killing our land, killing our insects, killing animals. Unbelievable. And they're like, sure.
They approve. But let's stay on track
money.
here. Let's keep on track here. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Purposely got it for pills, and that was dope. You don't have any dental problems because you've always taken good care of your teeth.
Yeah, like I said, I had a role model. It's also probably why I haven't done drugs and alcohol, because I had role models of people who did it so much that I was like, it's like a yin and yang.
Oh, I went the other way. I saw them do it, and I was like, yeah, that's what I got.
Exactly. I think there's always that. So I never did it because in fear of, I'm one of them, that's going to be me if I try it or do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to become an addict. I already have all the other wonderful tendencies of it. And like, I was being facetious when I said that.
Look at you. Oh, good. Good one, babe.
What? No, meaning like, not all wonderful qualities.
Right.
Why are you being like that?
I'm not being like anything.
What are you inferring?
I'm not. What?
You were like, oh, why would you do that? What did that mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Okay, because you kind of said it. We'll rewind the tape.
Yeah.
And you're giving me a look. You're staring me right in the fucking peepers.
First of all, no tape. All digital. Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm going to make a digital joke. What's up with that?
Oh.
Give me some.
Let's mic that high five.
Yeah, bitch.
Nice.
That was off the cuff in my brain.
Hey, listeners. How y'all doing?
I wonder if other
listening.
people know what dad is, though. Probably just musicians.
I'm sure. Well, no. I looked at our analytics. The majority of our listeners are in our age range, so I think they know what's up.
No. I just mean like, even it doesn't matter how old you are if you don't know what a dad machine
I think
is.
you do, though. I feel like there is a certain age range that knows the dad. But hey, what's up to all our listeners? Thanks for listening in. Follow us at ACON Podcast on Instagram.
Us.
Oh, we just got another review on Apple, but thank you so much to everybody that reviews us on Apple.
Thank you so much.
The Driz, I think the name was. Yeah, thanks for that lovely review.
He used all these little puns like
You don't know it's a he. You don't know it's a he.
I don't. They used all these puns like assaulted instead of assaulted.
Funny stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love this person.
Yeah.
So give us a shout out so we know it's you.
All our listeners around the world. This is just amazing. Thanks again for tuning in. And
it is true. Like that person said that I'm psychic, by the way. I'm going to finally admit it. I do have special powers. And I said he, and I'm wondering, like, I bet you it is a he.
It probably is.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're psychic? Who are you talking to right now?
I have really, really, really good intuition.
That's not being psychic.
I have dreams about stuff.
Is that
know
psychic?
Things. Yeah.
Or is that an empath?
Well, that's what I am, an empath.
I take that on too. Oh my God. Like feeling other people's energies.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's exhausting sometimes.
It's always exhausting. And like the work I do. What's really cool so I just recently, I've always known I was an empath, but the way I treated my empathy, my empathic ability is I isolate because it's just a lot less exhausting to just not be around, especially in LA. You're so oversaturated with unhappy people, like no offense, but if you're in LA, 99% of the people aren't doing what they want to be doing. They're doing something else.
There's a
lot I know.
There's a lot of unhappy. There's a lot of, a lot of that everywhere you go. But,
I'm sure.
Yeah, LA is packed with it.
We're like near Hollywood, like we're in I am in this business, and it's like you walk into a room and someone's smiling at you, but as an empath, you feel everything that's really going on.
Yeah.
And you can see it, or I can see it in their actions and their body language and how they're speaking.
Yeah.
And yet their face is trying to give me something else, or sometimes their face doesn't and their words are giving me something. It's like, it's terrifying and it's exhausting.
Sure.
But I used to isolate and come home. But now with all this work I've been doing in the last 6 years of just constantly being in front of groups of people, it's really built up my like skin boundary. Like I don't know how to explain
Yeah, no,
it.
I know what you're saying.
But now I can go into a group and hold my own and still receive the information, but not make it mine, because it's not mine. You know, it's somebody else's shit. I don't need to take it on. In fact, if you want to know, like, one of the worst things you can do as a person, like say somebody comes in and they're bawling, right? Something happened, maybe someone passed in their family and they're sad. The worst thing you can do as a human being, not the worst, but not a great thing, is to start crying.
Is mirror that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it diminishes their feeling.
Oh yeah, you kind of,
and it makes it about you.
Yeah.
And I don't do that, but I feel it, but I have to hold it back.
Yeah.
So it's this constant like dance, but a lot of people who are empaths either don't know they're empaths and they just feel it.
Right.
Or some people just know they want the attention, so they do it without maybe even knowing. They may not be malicious, but it just happens. It's the same thing as like if you're bawling, crying, and you're talking, and then I come in with a Kleenex and I hand you a Kleenex.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, so I want to be a hero in the moment while you're suffering.
Yeah, I learned that in a process group too. We were all sitting there, and the guy running it, the therapist guy, was like, you may want to hand the person talking the box of Kleenex, but don't, because that'll take the attention off of what they're focusing on, and then make it about you giving them the Kleenex, and so on and so forth.
And you're a hero for doing that.
But I'm all about the fake it till you make it. Smile. You know, I have to do that. I'm dealing with the public daily.
Yeah.
And I'm getting so many, like one after the other emotions is constantly.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm smiling and just being, positive.
Well, that's the thing.
It's usually good.
You being an empath, because you also isolate like I do.
Yeah.
That's why thank goodness we're both empaths, because sometimes people who aren't don't understand the sensitivity level of an empath.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we relate so immensely with each other, and also to others. Like that's why people tell us shit. That's why people,
oh yeah,
it's just in our nature.
Oh, I get live stories. If I go out to a grocery store, if I go somewhere, person behind the counter just unloads it on me.
Yeah,
like,
same with me. I go into business meetings and I'm fucking helping, listening to family issues, relationship issues.
Oh shit! Just
interpersonal.
Just
business.
Right now, in the dentist, the chick who is, I don't even know. Whatever. She started. I was like, my teeth are a mess, and I was just like, it's I just didn't take care of them. Years of not taking care of them. She's like, oh my God, me too. And then she's like, even though I work here, it's like I didn't take great care of my teeth. And then she saw my Halloween tattoos, and she started telling me about her kids and how much she loves Halloween. And
yeah.
There's
something
it was nice.
to it.
It's not. I guess it's nice to have that quality, but I didn't have anywhere to be. So
but let me tell you what's not good about having that quality and not having your boundaries is the people who take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. They can feel it and they're like, let me unload all my shit on you, because we have the innate ability to make people feel better when they unload it. It's very different than, say, unloading. That's like someone who's not an empath, babe, when you express yourself and give all these stories out and vent, it's like talking to a wall. It'll bounce right back at you and you take it back. An empath goes and takes it. It's like that's what I mean. We have to there's
people that prey on empaths.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's very dangerous. Yeah. And I was one of them. I dated those preys, those hunters. I all of those.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, and I'm grateful for all of the experience I got, but it wasn't until I kind of faced it and kept putting myself in front of people. I mean, look, I'm also a stand-up. I mean, you talk about putting yourself up in front of people.
Right.
That is such an emotional overload, though, in a good way, because at least if you're doing comedy, it's almost like a power-up, like a video game. Like I'm getting good, positive, laughing stuff. Yeah. I mean, unless you fail, then that sucks.
That happens a lot.
What?
People fail.
Right. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, not really.
Kid, yeah. I've been to, I don't even know how many of your shows.
I know.
And I think there was maybe one of the last ones but there was only 3 of us there. And then that's not your fault.
Yeah, 3 people.
And and the people weren't really laughing very much, but they weren't really laughing at anybody.
No, it's
So it
because there
wasn't
were
your fault.
3 people. They were 2 of the other people were comics.
Yeah.
And so there's one person there.
I've never seen you fail. That was like the most mellow a crowd. You'd still got laughs out of people. There's probably more than 3 people there. There's probably maybe like 8 people there.
Well, those were workers, but yeah.
But still, you got
Yeah.
laughs out of them. And I've seen some people fail real bad at some of your
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Brutal. And then they just fall into this spiral where they start blaming the crowd for not laughing. And then they start, saying, I got laughs, I know it's funny because other people laughed
Yesterday
at
it
other
killed.
shows. It's like, what is happening right now? Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's like someone at a job.
By the way, that show was also my first show back
I know.
after the pandemic. So I think people weren't coming out. It was literally in that first week.
But as far as the comics go, I'm saying when they start, telling you what the deal is, that's like going to a grocery store and the credit card machine's not working, and then the person behind the counter is like, "Oh yeah, we're having some technical issue," and then describes it like why the issue's happening
I
with
feel
their
like
computer system. Like,
no, I feel like it would be them going, "What's wrong with your credit card? Why is your card not working?
right. Why is your exactly?
Like, how are you
exactly.
holding it, you dumbass?"
God.
Like that's what it feels like. Or if like you're at a restaurant and you want to send something back because it doesn't taste good, and the waiter like, "What's wrong with your tongue? Why
Right.
don't you taste things correctly?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, like,
this
what
is a
the
you
hell?
problem." Yeah, you're like, "What the fuck?
Fuck you doing, bro?
Yeah, how about make tasty food? How about be funny?"
Fucking bro.
Anyways, back to the empaths. Like we are part of healing the world, empaths, and it's a matter
Heal
of
the world,
It's true.
make
It's true.
it a better place for you and for me and the entire
No, stop.
human race.
I really wanna emphasize this.
People
Sean.
crying. I'm gonna look up the definition of empath.
do it. I meant to say do it, and I said doot.
Empath, chiefly in science fiction.
Hold
The
on,
hell?
I was going to say something.
I want to
asshole.
just say what it is real quick
No.
for the listeners that don't know what an empath
I'm gonna
is.
forget what I'm gonna say again.
Okay, go.
See, I hate when you do that because now I don't remember.
I gave it to you. I gave you what you wanted.
Yeah, but I needed it before I had the conversation of saying I was going to forget
A
it.
person with the paranormal ability to apprehend the mental or emotional state of another individual.
Okay, so now I'm going to stop you there because people right now hear the word paranormal and they go to like the Zach Bagans Ghost Adventure place instead of knowing the paranormal doesn't mean like, ooh, kind of shit. When people say empath and they really are an empath, I want to try to change the stigma because I even embraced and accepted, like I said, I have powers. It is a power. I'm not saying it's like a superpower or it's a non-humane human power. I'm saying it is it gives me a benefit to get the information without even having to do anything. Like I just get this informative, emoting information. Does that make sense? So I don't like when people look at it like, oh, right, it's like into the psychic medium realm.
Right.
Because that's not what it is. We're all born with it. It's a matter of
the definition. When you look it up, it says it's fucking science fiction.
Okay, so here's what I want. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say, babe.
There you go. You're welcome.
So
You're welcome.
this is, and I don't care what people call me up after this, but this is a big deal because all humans are born with this. And it is constantly being repressed in us because let me tell you, people, if you were to hone in, exercise, and practice you and this ability, we would fucking rule the world because this is powerful shit and they don't want you to be powerful.
Well, that's true. I think we all have the capability of being empathetic
Of course.
and having empathy.
Right. Unless you're in like sociopath, narcissist.
I don't know if
realm.
everybody has empath vibes, like you were just saying.
No, I think it's different. That's what I'm saying. Everybody has the power to use their intuition, regardless of what scope of power they have, regardless of what niche in the realm of all of these different powers that I'm talking about. Like, in other words, somebody could have a feeling like, oh, I shouldn't go there today. Okay, listen to that.
Right.
Oh, my mom's calling, and then boom, she calls.
Yeah.
So these are all different types of, or I walk into a room, I know that guy's going through a divorce, I know that guy's going through something, this one's hasn't eaten today. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, I get that information. I get for whatever reason.
Yeah. No, you're really good at that.
And everybody has something,
Yeah.
if not all of it or a part of it.
It's also a way you just look at things. Like, this isn't empathy or anything like that, but I used to get really irritated if I was driving somewhere and then like someone cut me off, or like if someone got in front of me and then goes slow and I miss a signal. And I still do sometimes, but a lot of the time I look at it now is like, this is all happening for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm being held back from where thought I would be. You know, maybe I'm not supposed to be right there in 10 seconds.
It's like to save you from something.
kind of Final Destination type shit. Like, maybe
Agreed.
something else was going to happen if I were to be at that destination 30 seconds before I actually get to that destination. Butterfly effect shit. Like, I don't know. So that's the way I view things now. And that's helped me calm quite a bit.
I also think of like, where does that person have to be? What's going on in
Right,
their
it
life?
pertains to other people as well.
Because it has nothing to do with me.
You can't take it personally. It's got
I could have been
nothing-
I could have been a Honda Civic, a Prius,
Yeah.
or a Neon. Like, it didn't matter.
Could have been anybody.
It could
there.
have been anybody, right?
Because that happens. I mean, especially here in LA. And man, if you take that 405 freeway or whatever, just here in LA, people are just flying in front of you.
Yeah.
And
constantly, they have more important places to go and have to be there before you.
Right.
So just know that.
And I used to be like, and I still do sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, "What the fuck was that all about?"
Yeah.
Like, I'll mouth it, like, "What the fuck was that all about?" With my hands up.
Yeah. I still hear it though, so it's not.
I know,
just
but I say it loud enough so
yeah.
I can hear. Like, what the fuck was that all about?
How come you sound like you're deaf though when you say it?
And I'm in the car, so they could see me mouthing it behind them. With my hands
It's like you're
up
in
by
your
my
car
face.
alone. You can just say it.
They're
out
not
loud.
even looking behind them to see me doing it. And then I'll realize it when I'm saying it. I'll be like, oh my God, this person has no idea I even exist. Like, what am I doing right now?
I love when they do something awful and wrong, and then they turn around and blame you.
Oh my God, babe.
Like,
When
you're in front of me. How did I do anything wrong?
So when I was walking home right now, this person comes out of the gas station and comes right onto the street.
Yeah.
Cuts a ton of people off. So the person honks at them, and then the asshole stops, slams on the brakes. It's a green light to go too. Yeah. You know, sticks their head out the window and flips them off, and then comes flying around the corner, cut right in front of me. Almost killed me. She just sped around.
It was a girl?
Yeah. Sped around, and then just, almost, she was literally like 5 feet away from me, and she was in an SUV.
Disgusting.
So she stopped.
Of course, an SUV. She's probably a mother too.
She stopped traffic, flipped them off after she did that, and then almost killed me. And then she did a wide ass turn onto the main street here into the other oncoming traffic. So she almost killed me. Started going towards other cars, and then just sped off.
Just disgusting. Entitled, atrocious people. Like, we need to calm down. Yes. And we also need to realize we are a speck of dust in the universe.
Whoa. How about that?
That's a callback for us. That's an inside joke that we just did.
Weird.
That was
things.
some trippy ass shit, babe. I don't even know. We probably can't even talk about it.
No, let's not. I did want to talk about one thing.
I could talk about it in a way that no one's going to know, but they'll know. So we had somebody that we know act really weird.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful, lovely day we had.
It was a wonderful day.
It was a lovely day. And then at the end of the night, as we were leaving and they were walking us to our car, they stopped us and they said, I saw these. This was out of the blue.
It wasn't. It was just one person.
Yeah, it was one person, but it was out of the blue. We were like, oh man, love you so much. This was awesome. And then out of nowhere, I saw this picture of a satellite picture of planet Earth, and it's crazy. We're just like a fucking speck of dust, right? Like we get all caught up in our bullshit, but
We're just that speck.
we're just a speck of dust in the fucking long run, right? And then Bethany and I just look at each
And
other.
he's
like,
staring at us.
well, because me being an empath,
Yes, of course.
I was
me
like,
too.
oh yeah, well, cool, man. I mean, that's like, it's humbling, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
very like it's grounding
What I
to
love
look
is-
at things that way.
What I love is we both had an immediate answer.
Oh, yeah.
And yours was that. And
Yeah.
then I was just like, I know, right? Like,
Well, it's because
it's
we-
not all about us.
The thing is about it is that we think like that.
Yeah.
And normally, like, it would be a cool thing to say, a random thing to
discuss,
say and
right.
discuss. But this particular person doesn't normally talk or
At
think like that.
all.
Or maybe they do think like that and they just never expressed it before. But this was a brand new
Somebody
thing.
is known for years and years and years and years.
Someone I've known for a long time. And then they just randomly said that out of nowhere. And then we got in the car.
Both of us got in the car and we were like, I'm worried.
We're like, what the
I'm worried for
fuck
him.
was that all about?
Yeah.
And then sent him a text later that night, like, is everything okay? And
Right.
it's a long
It's a
story.
long
from
story,
there,
but like
How about that?
when you see somebody say something, again, as an empath, it's a lot of pressure because
Yeah.
we get information that we're not privy to normally, like normal people aren't privy to. And then it's like, what do you do with that information?
Yeah.
Right. And then you try to extend a hand or help somebody. And this, I'm just talking outside of that
Yeah.
one particular like point in time.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
talking about other times, but like,
Turmeric.
okay.
I had turmeric. I just burped up turmeric
Yeah, we took all
pills.
our vitamins and pills. Great, babe.
Let's move on from this.
Of course. So I don't finish my statement.
Okay, go. And
Don't
then-
tell me to finish it because your burp threw me off because I'm ADD. I hate you.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Baby, I
What?
know you don't do the dishes or anything like that.
Oh
but I wonder,
my God.
this is
I have been
something-
doing the dishes since you haven't been home. Don't even fuck with me right
so
now.
we're turning the page from the empath.
And
all
first of
that
all,
to a big topic.
when I do the dishes, they're clean. When you do the dishes, which albeit is way more than I do,
Yeah,
because
it
you
is.
love doing them.
Yeah.
Let's be real honest.
it's a form of
It's-
meditation.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Out of context, you're not giving that. Like if they don't know if you hate it or not hate
This
it.
isn't even the point of what I'm about to
But
say.
he
Like, I don't
doesn't
know
clean
why.
a dish well. Like there's always some shit and smuts on it.
Schmutz.
So I said,
You said smuts.
yeah, smuts.
No, you gotta get the schmutz.
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 Smuts.
No. Schmutz.
Smuts.
No.
What?
It's like say shush.
Ugh. Shush.
Schmutz.
Shumsht.
Okay.
Shushmisht.
But the point why I brought that up, little cutie pie, was when I turn on, I don't know why, but I turn the sink on like full fucking throttle, and I
don't.
I turn both hot and cold. I'm like,
You do.
I'm turning both up all the way, and I should have learned by now, because the point of me saying what I just brought up is because I do that, and almost every time there's something in the sink it's placed perfectly,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
water just fucking shoots up and out of the
Yeah.
sink all over me and
Old
all
Faithful.
over the counter, be it a spoon, be it the cat bowls, be it something
Ooh,
else.
those cat bowls do it so
it's
well.
the edges too.
Yeah.
It's not like in the actual cat
Yeah.
bowl. It is in the actual cat, but it's mostly for me. It gets the edges.
And because that's like a perpendicular punch of water.
Oh my God, does this happen to anybody else where you turn on your sink and your shit
In
just
your
is-
own home,
in your
not
own
even
home?
a business or a bathroom or whatever.
Well, those sinks are deeper.
Well, but those still do it to me all the time.
Yeah, they can. But
'Cause
yeah, I go full throttle with the water, and then bam, it just sprays it. And I should have learned by now, but I don't. It's just habit, I guess. I was just thinking about that
Okay.
because I drench myself. I drench my fucking tank top or whatever I'm wearing.
It's always funny too. You seem to do it on day, not you, just in general. People seem to do it on days where they have clothes where it really will reflect.
yeah, like an
what
olive green
happened.
shirt or like
your
a fucking-
pants.
yeah.
Like, I mean, that's where it gets bad because you're just like, I swear I didn't just piss
Yeah.
myself.
No, I said, well, it
I'm sure guys are like, I'm sure I didn't just cum myself.
yeah. I was working the other day, and the bathroom there it's like right at waist level, and it's just drenched because a lot of people are using it. So I tend to forget, and my shirts always wind up on it.
Yeah, I
and get
lean
wet.
in too.
And I was wearing my olive green shirt the other day, and you could see the water soaked up in it.
Yeah.
And a guy I work with was just like, "What happened, man?" And I said, "That's none of your business.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Yeah.
I totally turned it on him. He tried to think he was funny and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I said, that's a really personal question, dude. And that's not okay.
What'd he say?
He kind of looked at me and I was like, I'm just playing around with it. And then he left. But
Yeah.
I got him.
You got him.
I got
That's
him.
good. Don't ask me a question
Fucking
again.
plot twisted his ass. He
Yeah.
thought he was going in on a joke and he was fucking clowning me.
Yeah.
Fool, who's the clown now, son?
shit.
You fucking clown.
Who just done be schooled?
What's up,
Who just
bozo?
done be schooled?
What's up, bozo?
Yeah.
Huh? What's
How
up
about
with your
I take
face?
this water on? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How
the
about I
water
put
on
that? Yeah,
Yeah, man.
he took it. I'm so cute.
Yeah.
Um,
What else?
I don't know.
What else is going on?
I kind of feel like going to the casino, babe. I'm not gonna
Wow,
lie.
you're
It's been a really
jonesing.
long time.
Well, it's too late now.
No, it's not. It's not. After this podcast,
Yeah.
let's go.
I mean, we could go
I wanna
and
win
then
some money.
we can
I
go
wanna win
and
some
then
money.
report back when we get back home tonight
Oh, that would be good.
and finish the podcast up.
Yeah, I mean, I did win a jackpot.
That we're not going. Stop it.
I won a jackpot, you guys.
She did win a
On my
jackpot for an undisclosed
First
amount.
spin.
It was pretty crazy on a 75-cent.
75
Spin.
cent bet.
She won.
My first spin, I hit it.
She
I
won a
didn't know how to
jackpot.
play the game.
Yeah.
Not that you have to know how.
It was a Jurassic Park game.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was happening.
I had no idea, and I just thought like, oh, my game was over, and then
We thought the screen froze up, and then it said jackpot, and I was like, "Babe, I think you just won the jackpot." You're
and
like,
I was like, no, I didn't win anything on
"No,
the
you're
screen.
like, no, it's not working." I was like, and then I looked up at the big jackpot sign. I was like, "No, babe, yeah, you won that amount right up there. That's saying that you got that amount that's up there in big blinking letters."
Yeah,
And then boom, bam,
numbers.
sure. What did I say?
You
Letters?
did.
An idiot.
Now that you can feel your teeth, your brain doesn't work.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I remember I was like, no. I just kept saying no. And then I'm watching at the bottom where the money goes up.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, remember it just started
then
showing that
boom.
it's building. And I was like, oh my God, I
What's
won.
up? $550,000 later, jackpot.
Yeah, because it was crazy because the actual screen.
Just kidding. It wasn't that much.
Why? How much did you say?
$550,000.
Oh God, no.
Nobody.
Would we be doing a podcast right now?
In our bedroom. Yeah, no, we wouldn't.
No, absolutely not. Although nowadays that's not really that much money.
No, not at all.
Isn't that funny? Well, I know during the pandemic, Sean and I were like, we're going to fucking buy a house. We're going to do this. We're going to
Well,
do
we
that.
were.
No, I'm saying we were
A lot
going to.
of people did.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, okay, not anymore.
Well, things changed at the beginning of the year, and then everything became unaffordable.
Yeah. But we were big balling during COVID. We were like, we got this shit.
We were.
Yeah.
We still are.
Oh, yeah. But, just plans changed.
Yeah.
I feel like in a good way, things mattered.
We're
Things
actually
happened.
considering building a tiny home, to be honest. So we've got some ideas for what we want to do. We've thought about commune style, us starting the commune.
Yeah, like it's our commune.
So we'll live, in the big ass house while y'all live in the little tiny houses. No, just kidding. We want to get enough land to where we could build tiny houses. And if you don't know what tiny houses are, just Google them. And Elon
They're
Musk has
usually-
smart tiny houses right now. He just invested in a company.
Yeah,
But there's some
his are a
dope
little
ass-
bigger, not little bigger, but like most tiny houses are like 400 max feet.
Yeah.
Max. Usually they're around like 296.
It's almost
to
like a
350.
miniature New York loft, but like
Or
very miniature.
very close to the size of a New York
That's what I'm
apartment.
saying. Yeah.
Studio. But yeah, so they're super small. They usually have multi levels, like 2 levels, and then maybe sometimes you can go on the top roof and like have a little outside area.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's usually 2 beds in a loft, or you'll have a bedroom, real tiny toilet. Everything's mini, everything's smaller.
Yeah.
It's more about you just liking the land.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And I love lofts.
I love minimal stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff.
I've always wanted to live in one of those lofts, like those artist look. I don't know why they're called artist. They're not artist lofts. Just like a loft with like a wall of windows
Yeah.
and like really high ceilings, cement ground. There's some rugs down there.
Yeah. You just want one big room that you can see in all the
I
rooms
love
that have
that.
no privacy.
I've always loved that idea. Just a big ass room, and then your kitchen's in the corner over there. Yeah, I don't know. I've always loved the idea of that.
I do like the idea of the family room and the kitchen. By the way, I used to hate that because that's why I moved here, because I like that they're separate.
How
But
cute was that little apartment we just stayed up in Oregon?
yeah, it was really, really cute. It didn't bother me as much that there was a
No.
kitchen that was attached
But
to
it had
the
really
family
lovely
room.
windows, and like the table was
Yeah.
set up in front of the wraparound window.
And it had all the vintage charm of the 1920s. But yeah, so I do like that. I don't like that the bedroom, it's like, for instance, if I'm writing or you're doing music and it's late, like we have to sleep in the light. We have to, there's no privacy and noise.
You could hang up stuff. We would hang up, like twine or rope or something, and put sheets over it.
Oh,
and
that
stuff
looks
like
cute.
that.
Yeah, real cute, babe.
Whatever.
And not noise canceling.
It's visual in my head. I went to a medium one. Man, these turmeric pills. Turmeric. I had no idea turmeric was spelled turmeric.
Yeah, it has an R in it
I
that
thought
you
it was-
never pronounce.
I thought it was turmeric.
That's because I do say turmeric. Oh, no, I guess I say turmeric.
I didn't know about turmeric until you.
I know.
Just until
I
you.
school you on a lot of good, healthy things for you.
So it's turmeric, and I call it turmeric now
Good.
because I like the way it sounds.
Well,
And I
yeah.
think that's the way you actually say it, is turmeric.
Turmeric.
What was I saying? Lofts. Oh, yeah. I went to a medium once, and she said she saw me in the future. Or not even necessarily in the future, but she saw a vision of me living in like an old church.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
I have seen a couple churches. They're just way out of our league.
Well, we looked at, there's
Like,
there's
I don't want to
churches
live
for
in
sale
a huge
all
place.
over.
Like, that's the problem, is I just think about the cleaning. I don't want to clean. I don't
Well, if we
want to
could afford
hire
a church, we would have cleaners.
Obviously, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's two of us and we'd have animals. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
need a lot
too
of
much.
space.
No, but that's too much to clean. Like, we don't need a house with 4 bathrooms. There's
What
two
we
of
do
us.
need is a dog.
Well, not yet. That's too much. We have 2 cats.
Our cats are the best, Cookie and Puss, but man, I'm seeing all these little tiny terriers and little Shiba Inus and little, Brussels Griffons out there. Actually, not,
You're
not
acting
many.
like this is a new aspect of your ideas, and it's not. Just so you know, Sean's wanted a dog since I've known him.
I'm getting
He
to
talks about Brussels Griffon like it's going out of style.
I'm getting to the point where I'm going to get a Brussels Griffon, and it's going to live in this apartment with all of us.
No,
That's just what it is.
it's just not.
And if you don't know what a Brussels Griffon is,
It
everybody,
literally looks like Sean in a little tiny pug body.
go look up Brussels Griffon right now.
I
as
like
you're
calling
listening.
it Brussels Griffon.
Yeah, well, you just call it that sometimes, Brussels Griffon.
Yeah, I
Because you're a
can't.
silly belly.
I can't remember what it's called.
But look up a Brussels Griffon right
Ooh,
now.
you just did it.
Fuck up. Look at the Brussels Griffon. Look at that face. They're tiny. They
have
got
little beards.
Oh my god, they're the cutest little skinny legs. We're getting one. I think Cookie would probably fuck it up though.
We'd never see Puss again. Puss would be gone.
I think actually Puss would have a crush on it.
I'm sorry. If we remember correctly, Cookie doesn't like animals. Puss likes animals.
Yeah, Puss was...
Cookie's not good, better with humans.
Yeah.
And Puss doesn't like other humans.
Exactly. But hold on. Brussels Griffon. Gonna get one. Gonna get a black one. Gonna name him Ichabod. And that's the end of the story. Ichabod the Brussels Griffon. And then we're gonna get a Shiba Inu. Oh my
No.
God.
Those fat bottoms? No.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
the
do.
Dogecoin dog.
I know. It got the heart-shaped butt.
No, they look like little Eskimo dogs, but with short hair.
Oh, I think I get it mixed up with corgis.
And then
I
we
don't like
also
corgis.
want...
No offense to corgi owners.
Yeah, you're thinking of Corgi.
Yeah.
It's similar, I guess, their face, but it's taller and leaner.
Yeah.
But we also want to get a golden doodle.
Yeah, I want a Great Dane.
A Great Dane.
Honey,
We'll probably get 4 or 5 dogs.
we're going to have a farm of dogs.
But you're going to have to not be home for a couple months.
No.
I already told you that. We already talked about that.
Yeah, because he wants it to to bond with him and not me.
Yeah.
Because our fur children.
They love me. Stop it.
I am number one uno.
You are number one.
Numeral uno in their lives.
You are number one. That's true.
Yeah. They would
But they do love
suffer
me, too.
immensely without my presence.
Well, you've gone away.
And they've tolerated you. Let's be honest.
They've done all right.
They're just like, when is mom coming home? Oh my God, we tried to take them off of wet food because their breaths were so stinky.
We did.
And
we feed our cat. Our cats graze. We leave food out for them all day, all night.
yeah,
they
we
always
found
have
that
food.
that's the healthiest way for them to eat.
Or is it? Because Cookie throws up all the time.
I just think cats throw up all the time. She's also a bulimic and has issues.
Yeah, just like her mommy. So they took
I
them
don't
off the
have
wet food.
bulimia. What are you talking about? I've never thrown up in my life. I'm terrified.
I know you are.
So what was that?
I was just kidding.
Well, but that's very misleading to people listening to this podcast.
Well, if anybody that's listening does suffer from Bolivia,
Bolivia, that's a place, honey.
Bolivia.
Bolivia.
If anybody's
I could
suffering-
be suffering from
Well,
Bolivia.
if
I don't
anybody's
know.
suffering in Bolivia from bulimia,
Very different.
Whoa. No, but there's bulimics in Bolivia for sure.
Oh, for sure. My
But
point
I was
is, you're
just gonna say-
misleading, and
It's
now they're
nothing to joke
assuming.
about, and I apologize.
It's not.
I'm sorry I said that.
But honey, we get to joke about whatever we want. It's all motherfucking podcast. But the reason I say that is because if there's anything I'm not, it's a bulimic, because I'm terrified of throwing. I have a grave fear of throwing up.
I think I've seen you almost throw up once. You went in the bathroom and you laid there or sat there on your birthday, I think, when you were really sick.
Oh, yeah. I had a fever and all that.
And you were crying because you were so scared to throw up.
Yeah, I was nauseous.
And then Sean to the rescue. Comforted you, loved you. to
Yeah, that
health
was
again.
sad. That was guys, on my birthday, Sean bought tickets to Disneyland. I'd never been. I still haven't been. He invited all my friends. It was like,
Yeah, I did buy tickets to Disneyland.
I was so excited.
She's never been.
My friend bought me a fucking flower crown.
Yeah, you were going to wear a
And
flower crown all day.
A flower crown all day. It was my birth. Like, it was probably going to be the best birthday I ever had because I never do anything on my birthday. And I wake up, fever, chills, basically the flu.
They're multiplying.
And
Right?
nauseous.
Nausea.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a
talk
bummer.
about bummer. And then all these friends who bought tickets, and I don't know what they did, but it was just sad. It was a sad day for me on my birthday.
It might have been God, though, saying, hey,
I know. What if like
something's going to happen.
a
Don't
roller
go.
coaster would have went off the track or something
on the freeway or
right,
something like that.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
You never know.
Yeah, because it was out of nowhere. It's like, it's in LA. It's not like it's winter out here.
We'll
in
go at
February.
some point.
Yeah.
We'll go at some point. I used to have a hookup for the Club 33, the exclusive restaurant. You've probably never even heard of it.
Nope.
It's a restaurant that nobody could get into.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard your story about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
Went there once. It was pretty dope.
I'm not. You know what's weird? Like, there's something, and mind you guys, if one of you or all of you or some of you are this, I mean, no harm to it. I don't understand the Disney obsession.
Adult Disney fans.
Disney obsession is
It's not like
quizzically hard for me
That's the thing. It's like
to grasp.
there's kind of no middle ground for it. You're either, although I feel like I kind of fall in the middle ground, although I am really into the Haunted Mansion and stuff like that. But it's like you're either in or you're not. Like you're really into it.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah.
That was my Heidi Klum.
And I was a few years ago. I had a season pass, but it wasn't.
I
like
don't even mind
crazy.
the season passes because I feel like that's something to do. It's fun. It's an amusement park, whatever.
They have a thing called Bats Day, where a bunch of goths get together and go.
We need to go that day.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope. Like you see steampunk and goth people.
That's so dope.
Yeah, walking throughout.
But what, with like mouse ears on?
Some.
See, that loses me.
Well, they'll have like the Haunted Mansion. Like the Haunted Mansion print is like this awesome green and black, and I don't know what else it is, but it's great colors. So they make mouse ears of all the different rides and stuff like that. So it's still goth attire.
It's Disney goth.
I remember when I was a kid, I remember seeing like this group of Manson
It's
kids.
gothny.
Yeah. And there's even like a convention beforehand
Oh.
at another place where there's like vendors, like goth and steampunk vendors
Yeah.
selling jewelry and clothes and stuff like that. But
Huh.
I went to Bats Day once and got drunk.
Is it in October, I'm guessing?
I don't remember. I
Oh.
don't think it is. You'd think it would
Yeah.
be because they decked the place out Halloween style.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't remember. I was so drunk.
No. I mean, that's fine. Like I get it to have the season pass like once every 10 years or 5 years. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it kind of took away because I went like fucking 8 times in 1 year. And I was just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm going again.
Yeah, because then it's just another play. It's like going to the movie theaters.
Although that I like. I like going to the movie
No, I
theaters.
know. I'm just saying, but that's how regular it gets.
Right.
It's not like this magical place you go to. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I literally can go, just like I can go take a dump
Just
in my
like,
bathroom.
yeah, you can go chug on butt cheeks and you're
Right.
like fucking butt cheek chugger.
Butt cheek chugger, yeah. But the things that I don't get are like when you go into someone's house and there's like
Disney stuff.
everywhere.
And then people have like Tigger tattoos
Yeah.
or like Eeyore tattoos.
Yeah, or
You're like,
Mickey and Minnie, or like,
what the fuck is
yeah.
that?
Or like, I know somebody who's like wears her ears out
Oh, just wears
around.
them.
Like when she feels like she wants to go to Disney and can't that day, she'll be like, I'm wearing my ears.
I
and
just
it's
wanted to go.
It's
I was,
like-
there's stickers that show that you're a season pass holder. So it's like a secret language they say to bumper stickers.
wow.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say Disney lover. It just says some
Yeah.
other hieroglyphics or
It's
something.
like it's the shape of Mickey Mouse's head.
Okay, well, that's real obvious.
Well, here's the thing that I think you'd actually really enjoy about Disneyland. There's hidden Mickey heads throughout the park.
Like
Right.
full on heads or like
No,
statues?
they're like
Oh, little tiny ones?
little. There's like if
that's
you go,
fun.
yeah. It's a treasure hunt.
I love treasure
and
hunts.
not everybody knows about that.
Oh my God, I love treasure
So
hunts.
like on the Pirates of the Caribbean, you go through one part and there's like a
Are you going to tell me where one is right now?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't know though. I mean,
Okay.
but it's like a knight's, body armor and stuff like that. It's a little tiny one in the center of his chest piece.
Okay.
So like it's fun to go, and then there's one like
How did they say how many there are?
there's like a book that you can get that says how many they are, and then it says where the locations are too in the back if you want to look it up. But there's like the shape of a Mickey Mouse head like in the corner of like one of the restaurants. You can go like, oh, there it is, I found it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. Oh yeah, and the speakers on the Space Mountain ride. There's 2 seats in the cart.
I don't know.
You don't, but there's speakers on this ride called Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And the speakers are the shape of a Mickey head. There's 3 speakers.
Oh.
But those are scattered all throughout the park.
Okay.
There's other secrets too up there, like Walt Disney used to have an apartment above one of the whatever. Who gives a shit? Why
I
are we
want to
talking about
tell jokes,
Disneyland?
but I can't because they're off color. They're not nice.
Yeah, don't do that because we might have some listeners. I'm sure we have listeners that enjoy. I love Disneyland. I'm not. Fuck it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not obsessed with it. But I was
I
at one
love
point
Disney
really
and I've
into
never
it.
even gone because I just want to go and experience it. It's just there's a weird thing that happens after a certain age where if you're obsessed, it's just like Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if we really want to get into the
I dated a girl that was into Hello Kitty.
yeah, if we really want to get into like psychology of it, then we can dissect that. But there's a lot of stuff, and you're just blatantly seeing it out. It's like they're wearing their stuff of what happened to them on the outside of them.
That's some deep. That's dark stuff. Honey.
Deep dark thoughts.
Let's go out on that though.
Okay.
On that nice.
Yeah,
dark
let's see
thought.
if everyone now is going to be going, ooh, who do I know who likes some sort of
Try
twisting?
saying dark thoughts with a smile on your
Dark
face.
thoughts.
Dark thoughts.
I did it.
We did that. We'll have to do more dark thoughts. We did that a few eps ago.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun.
It was fun. We didn't even know. Well, we
Jeez.
never know what we're going to talk about.
You
But
don't have to say that.
No. What I was going to say is like sometimes we come in and it's like boom, an hour's done. Like we just keep talking and we get it. And then sometimes we're like, what are we going to do? And we
Yeah.
didn't have any of those. That's what I meant.
I think I did say what else, but we
That's a you
flowed right
problem.
through. It sure is. And if I can't say, get to the dentist. As much as you hated everybody,
Yeah.
take care of your teeth.
Perfect example. You could have saved that tooth.
I could have saved this front tooth, but now I have to get rid of it. and it's been with me for 39 years, this tooth. Well, no, I guess it came after.
Like 11 and 12 or something.
Yeah, it's been with me for a long time, decades, and I got to say bye-bye to this tooth.
Bye-bye, Toofy.
So I'll be sure to post a picture of me.
It's pretty dang tooth, though. It's brown.
It's not brown. It's just kind of
Or like purple.
Kind of grayish purple.
Gray, yeah.
Isn't that weird? See,
Yeah.
it's weird because I never used to want you to see it ever, but right now, I don't care anymore.
Well, now the mic's in front of your face. I really can't say. There it is. Yeah, because you're going to have to say bye-bye to it.
You gotta say bye-bye to it. I remember when I told a buddy a few years ago when I was like, man, I got to get rid of this tooth, dude. It's starting to smell. He's like, you'd actually look pretty fucking cool missing a front tooth, man. I thought that Andy, remember Andy?
Yeah.
I thought that was really sweet of him to say.
Yeah, no, he just didn't want you to be handsomer than him. I know
may
Andy.
That may be it.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, get rid of that tooth so that when we're flying out,
That may be it.
you could be the wingman.
I knew this one guy, though, who was dating Christina Applegate, and he was missing his front big tooth.
Yeah, you told me that.
Crazy. Photographer guy, very charming guy.
She knows all that stuff. I'm sure.
Well, she's an alcoholic, so that's a
Yeah.
good dark thought to go out on, everybody.
Oh,
Don't forget
yeah.
to follow us at ACON Podcast on Instagram. What's that Facebook?
A couple of nuts talking.
Podcast. On Facebook. Write a review. Oh.
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Right.
It's like a malfunction.
Yeah.
Write a review
It's that tooth.
on Apple.
The toothasis is giving you some poison.
Write a review wherever else you can write reviews. Follow us. Spread the word. Tell your
Share
friends
it
about
with
us.
others.
And until next time.
Stay nutty, everybody.
Bye for now.
Kimpses.
Kimpses. Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and